It's kind of, I think, the first player to really popularize that playstyle, just like pressure through speed, forcing misplays through pure speed. I'll see if you guys can guess. Who do you guys in Twitch chat think was the first player to popularize just speed in 1v1? No, not speed, not not speed, not Scrub, not Ahmad. Before Ahmad. There we go. Nitro's got it. Devo. It was Devo. Pre first killer. No, Scrub didn't really like win games. His playstyle was never let me just be faster than this guy. That was not Scrub's. Scrub was all about let me read this guy, let me defend everything this guy shoots at me, and then I'll score open nets in the counter. And then he adapted a bit more into a more well-rounded ones game over time. But when Devo first came onto the one scene, he was all about just getting attacks going as fast as possible. And this was a big meta switch because before Devo, what people would tend to do is focus on precision with their 1v1 dribbles. When you had a dribble in ones, like you'd see a lot of, especially in North America, you'd see a lot of people who would put the ball on top of their car and they would try and dribble perfectly towards the opponent's net with perfect control of the ball on top of their car and then flick it into the top corner. So NA was all about ball carrying and having perfect ball control. That was how I would define the ones meta in NA at the time. In Europe, it was a bit more bounce dribbly because Scrub Killer he was always very inspired by Marky Duda's bounce dribbling, so he tried to incorporate that into his gameplay. And Fairy Peak as well was very ground shots oriented, not so much of a ball carry and flick kind of player. Yeah, Devo, he just came out of nowhere and started dribbling, like bounce dribbling at supersonic. He was the first guy to really be like, I'm going to bounce dribble and I'm going to be at supersonic while doing it every time. I'm just going to be supersonic because it gives the opponent less time to position, less time to react. And it does put you a bit more all in on every play. It does like use a lot more boosts on every play, but he made it work. Devo is one of the best in the world for a long time. And his playstyle was a real hard counter to ball carrying. I think he beat pretty much everybody in the NA scene when he was at his prime until Kronovi came along. And Kronovi had a totally unique style, and he actually managed to beat Devo. Don't remember if that was entirely played. I think it might have been entirely played on USC server just because Devo didn't want to say nah switch. I can't remember if it was a switch server game or if it was a bit of both. But yeah. Devo, I'm pretty sure he beat Luchino. I'm pretty sure he beat Dapper. Pretty sure he beat Miho. And then Kronovia is the guy who beat him when he the Kronovia is the guy who finally got the win on Devo. Not sure if any other NA players fell to him back then. The only other player who's in the conversation for best NA at that time was Squishy, and I don't think Squishy was interested in playing Devo at that point. He played him a few months later when Devo wasn't quite at the same level. I think Squishy beat him. Yeah, Devo when he was on a tear. Kronovia is when he stopped him. Would I be surprised if NA absolutely rinsed BDS at LAN? Well, I don't. Let's just put this in context. So I don't think there's gonna be a LAN anytime soon. So it's impossible to say right now what will happen at the first Rocket League LAN after COVID because it's probably not even going to be this year. And I don't have any insider knowledge. This is just my best guess. I really don't feel like there will be an RLCS or any LAN this year. So it's too soon to say. What I can say though is if there was a LAN, if there was, hypothetically a LAN tomorrow or this weekend, say, and all the best teams in the world were there, BDS would be the heavy favorites to win. And the main argument that people have for an NA team beating BDS is that somebody might pop off. That's the best argument that people have been able to come up with for a North American team beating BDS. But the problem about that is that although teams like Rogue have had great days, like the 2 championship Sundays in the most recent regional and major, on the days before that they were trash. Like they were straight garbage on the Saturdays of those events. They scraped into those Sundays. And against tougher competition on a Saturday of a international major, Rogue would probably be out before Championship Sunday. I think Rogue would probably not even make Championship Sunday based on their Saturday performances. They looked like they didn't know how to rotate. They didn't know how to recover. Like they were just they were not even remotely close to BDS level. So based on recent form, Rogue would get eliminated before Championship Sunday even happens at an international LAN, and then the only team who's close to BDS level is NRG. And NRG without Turbo have historically struggled against European teams at LAN, so they don't have that going for them. Um, NRG have been very, very choky throughout RLCS Season X. They've been a bit peaky at times, like they'll pop off occasionally, but they're also very like. I mean, I've seen them lose 4 games in a row so many times. For the record, BDS have never lost 4 games in a row in a series, not once. And NRG have lost 4 games in a row several times. Like I've seen Space Station beat them 4 times in a row, multiple times. Pretty sure Envy 4-0'd them. Didn't Rogue 4-0 them at some point? Like NRG are a lot more tilty than BDS are, and they don't have a mechanical advantage. So I don't know what exactly people mean when they say that NRG would clap BDS. Like anyone who says, "Oh yeah, NRG would clap BDS," I don't know what on earth they've been watching. Like what Rocket League have they been watching for the past like half year? Because there's zero evidence of that. Can EU competition get a game off NA competition? What you mean everybody else? Can every other EU team apart from BDS? Is that what you mean, Forky? Can the top 4 of the EU get a game off top 4 NA? Well, I mean BDS are heavy favourites against anyone from NA. The only 2 teams right now in NA who look like they're even remotely close to BDS are Championship Sunday Rogue, and I say that because like I said, I don't think Rogue on their current Saturday event form for any events that they played would even make Championship Sunday at an international event. And NRG, so yeah, NRG I think are the closest competition, and yeah, without Turbo they've never really been good against EU teams on LAN, or the best EU team on LAN, shall we say. So, yeah, I mean, BDS would be the heavy favorites against anybody. They're super clutch. BDS are so clutch. They haven't choked a series once. They're super clutch. And NRG have choked multiple times. So you have to say BDS are going to be the favorites against anybody, and then Vitality take a game. Yes, obviously Vitality would take a game off any team in North America. I mean, obviously they would take a game. Would they take a series? Very possible. I think Vitality on current form look better than Space Station Gaming, better than Envy, better than G2, better than Peeps. They look better than Rogue on Saturdays. Rogue would maybe be able to beat Vitality on a Championship Sunday, and NRG would be very close to Vitality on a Championship Sunday. I think that right now, from what I've seen, like Vitality, you have to look at Vitality against teams who are not BDS. You have to remember, Vitality don't look very good against BDS, but they look great against everybody else. And last time I checked, none of the teams in NA are BDS, so Vitality are probably going to look great against them. So I think Vitality would be a real threat for any NA team, including Rogue, including NRG. So yeah, NRG Vitality for me on LAN would probably be a coin flip. It could go either way. It's 50-50 matchup. Rogue Vitality, I'd probably say Vitality are the favorites. Like right now, my tier list for International Rocket League is BDS, number 1. Number 2 is NRG and Vitality equal. Number 3 is Rogue. And then probably number 4. Number 4 is a bit tough, because all the other NA teams have kind of looked garbage recently. But we'll have to see how they do this weekend. It would probably be Giants right now, because Giants have looked more competitive than like Envy and Space Station have. Yeah, Envy got swept by Rogue. They took a couple games off NRG. So, okay, Envy took a couple games off NRG. Giants took a couple games off BDS. Now, taking a couple games off BDS is more impressive than taking a couple games off NRG. So, I don't know. Giants looked pretty good this weekend. I'd probably say Giants. BDS has 0 world champions on the roster. Lol, get real. That's a completely irrelevant statistic these days, because if you look at players who perform mechanically consistently online, and then you see what they do on LAN, it tends to be pretty similar. The players who don't really transition very well from online to LAN are the ones who rely a bit more on like the teams are the ones who don't really transition that well are the ones who rely too heavily on team play and like perfect execution of positioning. Teams who are just really sick mechanically are great on LAN. Example, Justin season 5. Everybody was saying, "Oh no, Justin's never played a LAN before. He's going to be choking." And I didn't know, I didn't really agree because every like mechanical wonder kid who'd ever gone to a LAN before had been absolutely insane. So I expected him to be insane, and he was insane. Um, and BDS are literally just a team full of Justins. Like they're just all it's super fast. They're all super efficient, and they're like the most well-oiled machine and the most clutch team, the most consistent team in all of RLCSX.